Hey, Mega Moms! Jessica Hensley here with Real Estate Mega Moms. And today I am joined by my friend Kelly Dettinger. Hey, Knelly.
Hi, Jess. Thanks for having me on today.
Thank you for being on. I know that you always have a lot going on, so I really appreciate it. And it's kind of early there. Well, I guess not too early. It's only 9:30 there, right?
Yeah, it's 9:30. We've been working out. We've breakfast. We've gotten the kids out the door, most of them.
Awesome.
And we've had 2 team meetings already. So we are
Oh, wow.
rolling.
Your day is well underway.
Oh, yeah.
You posted in our group the other day, and I was like, girl, we got to do a podcast on this. We have talked about it extensively. So you have came to almost all of our conferences and workshops, and you typically have a baby in tow. And so we talked about how, and in fact, every time you post about, attended this conference with my baby, this was so awesome, we have people that comment, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could bring a baby. I didn't know I could even come with a kid. Right. Yeah. And so, yeah, so let's talk about it. How do you make it work, and why should moms of the younger kids not allow that to hold them back from attending conferences like this?
Well, you're absolutely right. You can totally bring your baby to a conference. I highly recommend it. I've been traveling with my babies and building my business since 2016. If you are listening or watching this and you don't know, I've built a business that serves over 150 families a year, and I've had 3 babies since 2016 while I've been building that business. So obviously we do this for our kids, not in spite of them. And I, bring my babies because I exclusively breastfeed. Typically, my kids really can't be away from me. And we also have a huge family. So the idea of my husband coming along to help out just is not super practical. So that is something that works great if you're in that situation where you've got a couple of kids or a few kids and you can all travel together. That's awesome. And if you find yourself in a situation where you're exclusively breastfeeding and you really don't have the ability to bring someone with you that would help, is bring your baby with, because you want to be close to them. They want to be close to you. You know, there's a couple of different situations where this works really, really well. One is if you have an absolute newborn and they are just all snuggled up and you're going to be wearing your baby or having the baby close to you in a stroller and they're super quiet and they're either eating or sleeping. I've done that, and that works really, really well.
And that is the best stage too for like if you're comfortable with other people holding your baby. Grace Parks, she's one of our mega moms, and she came to our team planning workshop team planning retreat back in September, October in Branson. And it was like a last minute thing. We had a room open up. And we're like, Grace, you got to come. And she just had a 6-week old baby. And we all got to hold the baby. It was so awesome. And, I think everyone was surprised, and she was probably even surprised it went a lot better than she expected. So,
yes. And my friend Flor McNally, who had a 6-week baby at Abundance, she came from Cincinnati, kind of last minute. She, wore her baby to the conference, and he was just all snuggled up in there and nobody even knew he was there. So if you have super, super young kids and you're maybe slowing down anyway with your business activities, just because you're taking that special time, use that special time postpartum to pour into yourself and your business by attending a conference. That can be really, really beneficial. As your baby gets a little bit older and maybe they're not snuggled up all the time like a little newborn. When I brought Cal to Abundance, he was 13 months old, so he's starting to walk around. He's a little vocal, and he still takes one big nap a day. So it's just kind of planning around the sessions that you attend and figuring out what's going to work best with your baby's rhythm. bringing a stroller, being able to walk around, stand in the back. I've done, lots of different things to just be flexible with having the baby not be disruptive. Sorry if anyone, heard Cal during abundance. He really wasn't disruptive though. It worked out really, really well. And I think that that's because I was just really in tune with his rhythms, what he needs, what his times, his awake times, play times, and letting him get out energy. So when I had sessions that I really wanted to listen to, he was, quiet and, could deal with it. I had absolutely no problems like leaving the room if he got a little loud. And really, what I had to do in attending conferences with babies is just adjust my expectations of what I wanted to get out of the conference by going and what I wanted to accomplish. Obviously, like the learning that you have at events like Abundance or other major real estate events. I've taken my kids to Keller Williams Family Reunion, Keller Williams Mega Camp. We're going to Brivity Live tomorrow. We're doing some really fun and cool things. And the expectation is, yes, the content that you're getting at the conferences is important. And what's even more important are the relationships and the networking that are afforded to you by attending and being there. And I just wanted to dive into that a little bit because a lot of people think, well, I'll just get the digital ticket, or this is content that I'll be able to watch the replay of. Yes, absolutely, you absolutely will. And I know that if I wouldn't have been at Abundance, I would have missed out on meeting some really, really cool agents and deepening relationships. I would have missed hanging out with you, which we barely get to see each other. And I feel like this conference is one of the few opportunities that I have to see my friends that I have to get on a plane to have like relationship and fellowship.
Yeah. It's really important to go and to prioritize it. And I mean, I would just say I've never done this, okay? So I really can't speak from a place of experience as far as bringing a baby to a conference. But I think that what we need to do is first off, like there's no mom shaming at all, right?
Right.
So I think you need to know yourself, right? Know yourself, know how comfortable you are, know your baby, know the dynamics there. And I think if you feel like you need time away, that's okay too. That's okay too. The
100%.
point is, don't allow having a little one at home to hold you back. If you think it's something that will benefit your business, which in turn is going to benefit your family. Just like Knelly just said, we're doing this for our family, not in spite of our family. And I wish we would have done this particular podcast maybe like a month or two ago, so people would have got the memo before Abundance. But for those that are listening, that maybe you did let the fact that you have a little one at home hold you back from attending. We do have the digital ticket. Everything was recorded. Everything kind of went off without a hitch as far as the recording and the audio. And we got the most feedback this year that I've ever gotten. It was the highest attended conference we've had. We had over 150 people there. It was really impactful. I felt it was a little different. Even our sponsors, Knelly, were like, in particular, Celebrity Agent. He said, "I've attended thousands of conferences and I've never been to one like this."
That's powerful. That is a powerful statement.
Yeah, I was like, well, how so? And he said, your content is so different because it's not rah. It's not hustle and grind. It's definitely empowering you to reach your goals. And in the breakouts, we went in deep on like how to do those things, but it is more of a, you've got this, it's like we're coming alongside you and just helping to give you and empower you to go after your goals again, because you're a mom.
Absolutely. And just to speak to that piece about the content being different and it being counterculture from the typical real estate conference and all that surrounds that, no matter where you were at in your business, that stuff is inspiring. and you're going to take away something from our group that you really can't get anywhere else, and you're going to connect with other people that really get it. It's really, really unique.
Yeah, and this was the first year that we spoke. I mean, and I shared pretty publicly that I'm not excited about public speaking, and I was really nervous about it, but I was so surprised when I got up there that my voice wasn't shaking, like, I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out. I really felt like I was amongst friends, and so it went like, from my perspective, it went a lot better. I was so glad I got through it, but we shared our personal stories, and I think that that was what was powerful, is getting to know that the people that you look up to, moms, the ones that have the successful businesses, the ones that have, like, quote unquote arrived, right? First of all, we still have struggles. We still have things that we're working and trying to level up, but also there's been a lot that we had to go through to get to where we are today. And my goal in my story was to hopefully show that even if you haven't had a great couple of years, or maybe you had a bad decade like I had, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to be a realtor. It doesn't mean that this isn't your path. It just means maybe that wasn't your season, and now could be your time to shine. And I shared exactly what I did, and how I know that my I will always make it in my market, because I'm going to follow these four things that I shared in my speech. But anyway, Knelly, and you are so inspiring with having two expansion teams and 9 kiddos and all of the other businesses and ventures you go to and do. So thank you for showing up and for sharing your real truth. In fact, you made me cry in your breakout session a few times, and I think you had a few unexpected emotional moments too.
I did. One of the things that always seems to make me emotional is looking back to all of the steps that it took to get here, and also knowing that I'm still not where I want to be. And that's what keeps me going every day and growing as a mom, a wife, a realtor, a team leader, all of those things. One of the most emotional things that was so unexpected but so needed, Jessica, it was the fact that we had a workout session before we got started every day. And I shared pretty transparently on my personal page that was the first time I had worked out. Like, I had literally broken a sweat, not like running after kids, but intentionally broken a sweat in over 2 years. And that to me was mind blowing. And what was also that just totally rocked my world was how amazing I felt, and how much that personal time, how much value I got out of that to give back to my family, to give back to my business. And I will say, I am so proud. Here we are 2 weeks later or 10 days later. I'm still going strong. I have not missed that morning workout time. And I feel great. And it just becomes, not about at all the number on the scale, but it's all about the energy and what you're pouring into yourself and what you receive from moving your body. So thank you so much. That was probably my favorite thing that came out of it. And I just encourage any mom that's listening to this, that's not taking your time for yourself in that way, stop. It will kill you. I'm embarrassed that it's taken me this long to get back into it. And
yeah, I caught that when you said that earlier, that we've already had a workout. I'm like, go Knelly. I knew that you enjoyed it. I did too. In fact, I've been kind of singing and dancing along to some of those songs that Cynthia brought in the workout class. And then it was so fun to do the workouts in the actual conference itself too. Like, I really got into that. It was fun.
Yeah, like, get your heart rate up, shake up your day. Do that. It's so important. So
And
that was
I think it's a good reminder that, this life and success and our business, it's not like there's not one lens or one thing that's going to give you fulfillment, right? It is, they talk about the wheel, the life wheel, I think, and if you rate yourself in these different categories, how satisfied are you in your marriage, in your, relationships, in your maybe journey as a mother with your kiddos, your health, your business, your finances, and really looking at your life as this whole picture. It's important, and that's why we said mind, body, real estate, because it's not just about real estate. If your mind's not right, if your body's not right, if you don't have the right perspective on your life, like you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, not just in real estate, but across the board. And in fact, you may do really well at real estate, but that's not going to be sustainable for very long, right?
No, it's not. I've had a series of many minor breakdowns over the past even like 2 or 3 months, and as the market has shifted, and we've had these breakdowns, and now we're seeing breakthroughs, and I'm seeing personal breakthroughs, I'm seeing business breakthroughs. It's really, really exciting and super, super powerful and magical when you feel like you're putting your priorities in the right spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully this gives you all a little bit of inspiration to bring your baby to the next conference. In fact, we're going to have our next conference in San Diego at Knelly's venue. Is it an actual Airbnb? Tell us a little bit about it.
It is. So Paula Property is a 4.5-acre venue right outside of Temecula, California. So it's on the North San Diego County line by Riverside County. And it's smack dab in between 2 major resorts. So attendees are going to be able to stay at one of these resorts, Paula Resort or Pachanga Resort, and they all have spas and pools, and they're amazing. They're some of like the largest resorts in Southern California, actually. And our venue is 4.5 acres. It's got 4 cottages. It has an event lawn, fruit trees, rose gardens. It's really, really beautiful. It's our little slice of heaven, and I'm so excited to share this dream coming to fruition with the rest of the Mega Mom tribe. And it's going to be, if you thought that Abundance 2023 was different, Abundance 2024 is going to be like unlike any other real estate conference you've ever seen. So we're going to do some really cool stuff and spend some really great time together. And if there was ever a chance that you may bring a baby to a real estate conference, Abundance 2024 is going to be that chance. So,
and you even told me that there's like an adjoining property where we might even have childcare, because you've pushed for this for years.
yeah.
You're like, let's have childcare at Abundance, Jessica. I think that we really need to have. And
we're going to work on that.
Nervous about taking on the risk, but I feel like you have a really solid plan, so we can make this happen.
That is the goal. So we can continue to talk about that. I would love, 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 love to offer some childcare, some fun and games, like even make it summer camp style. So if you wanted to bring kids that were a little bit older and not like nursing, not just nursing babies, but make it so they can have some fun and the moms can get the break that they want and need for their businesses and attend some breakouts and, get poured into that way. I think that can be something that we can pull off. We've got the time. We've got the lead up.
So it's going to be September 2024. And if you want to be on the wait list, comment below. Just put Abundance 2024 and we will get you on that wait list. And also, if you didn't make it to the conference and you want a copy of the digital ticket, comment digital below, and then we will get you the link so you can grab that digital ticket, because it's definitely worth going through and watching virtually. Even though you weren't there, there is a lot there that will give you inspiration and empower you in your business this year. So Cynthia's like, Abundance 2024, sign me up. So yeah.
Yes. And Cynthia's going to be in charge of our morning workouts on the lawn.
Yes, for sure. I agree. We need to do that. Cynthia, I want to do some like stretches though too. Like I'm like all about the yoga, so let's work on some of that too. You got it. I love it. Okay. All right. Nikki says Abundance 2024. Okay, ladies. Well, we will see you then, and of course, we'll be back next week, Monday, for our podcast. And we just, I just want to say publicly, like, thank you so much for all of the support that I personally received, and not just from our tribe, which that my tribe is amazing. I love you all so much, but also from our team and our staff. Mega Moms staff really stepped it up, and then my personal team, they bought their own plane ticket. They got themselves to Florida so that they can be there to help and to cheer me on, and it means a lot. It means a lot to have people in your corner like that. So I just want to say thank you. And thank you, Knelly. I'm so excited. Knelly and I have some great projects coming up that we're excited to release soon. So yeah, thank you for always being there, Knelly.
You're so welcome. And thank you for everything that you do and pour into people. It's so amazing. And you're changing lives. Mega Moms is changing lives, and so excited to be a part of that in the future.
Yay. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.